What's up, everybody? We're back again. It's another episode of the Dad Bod Golf Pod. Had to pause, make sure I got it right this time.
You almost messed it up again.
No, I didn't. I did that on purpose. I did that on purpose to make you laugh. This is Kyle and Ben, and we're back again on site. We missed it last week, had some scheduling issues, but we're back at our home course, our favorite.
Scheduling, you're being a dad.
Our favorite hangout. We're here at Bunkers in Auburn, and we're ready to talk about the Open coming up. It's called the Open, not the British Open, because we're grown-ups, and that's just the name. But anyway, before we do that, we got to give a shout-out to BetOnline, the #1 sports betting website in the country. Sign up today. Use coupon code BLEAV, B-L-E-A-V. Get a 50% first bet bonus up to $250 completely free. So give them $100. They're going to give you a 50% bonus on top of that with a free bet. So you get a $50.
I was going to say, what's that quick math?
A $50 free bet. So you can bet Tiger to make the cut. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. Pick your winner for the Open. Lots of fun stuff on there to check out. And they have the online casino. If you just don't see a line you like, get in there and play some blackjack. Mix it up on the craps table. What could go wrong? Bet online. It's where the game starts.
Nothing besides losing $225 like I did.
Well, you use your free bet. Use your free bet.
I did. That's why I kept going, because I had a bunch of free money in there.
Yeah, use your free bet and then roll with it.
You notice I said I had a bunch of free money in there.
Yeah, had past tense.
Yeah.
All right, so this weekend, next weekend, or is it this weekend?
This coming weekend is the British Open Championship, whatever you want to call it, Mr. Adult.
It's the Open Championship this coming weekend. It's weird because I play in a golf tournament every year, and it's always the third weekend in July, and usually it's always the Open that weekend. It's always the same time, but it seems like...
Well, that's what it is this year.
Oh, yeah, it's this weekend. I'm so dumb.
Man,
I got my weeks.
Last week it was the show that gave him issues. Now we don't know what damn tournament's being played, even though we talked about this before we came on the air.
This weekend, I do. I play in my golf, and I told you about my whatever. I'm ready to change putters this weekend.
No. Kyle is okay. As far as being a partner, let's just before we get into this, his poor father. The last tournament they played in, now they rocked it. He played lights out.
Yeah,
and y'all won, right?
Yeah, everything.
Yeah,
they threw us out.
So he didn't
never allowed back.
He didn't tell his dad, but he got new irons literally the week before the tournament.
Never played around with them.
No. It gets worse. I didn't know that. I thought you at least went out and played around. So, yeah, he only hits him on the range, didn't even go play around with him. And so he goes out, they shoot lights out. So this time around, Kyle sends me a text, and he goes, hey, can you bring your putter with you? What are you doing? He goes, I got a tournament this weekend, so I'm going to try a new putter. I'm like, you're the worst partner ever.
Yeah, it's unpredictable. I like to keep everybody on their toes. No, I was just in a little slump with the blade, and I thought, might mix it up, go roll a few this week and see if I might want to try to put the mallet in play.
Okay.
I got to practice round. Mess around a little bit and see what's hot. But no, I don't even really remember how we got on this. Oh yeah, I have a golf tournament this weekend. Yeah, so I'm right.
The golf tournament.
For some reason,
the Open Championship, always same weekend.
And it is again. Go figure.
How about that?
Every year. No, 1 year it wasn't. It was weird. 1 year.
1 year out of the last 12 that he's played in this thing.
Basically about, I don't know. It's about 20. Right? It's about 20 years.
20 straight years. 1 year throws him off the rest of the time.
Yeah, totally. But okay. What are we even talking about? Okay, the Open is this weekend.
Yes.
The Open is this weekend. The last it used to not be the last. Now it's the last major of the year.
Yeah.
Tiger is playing. Tiger is always going to be the talk.
Oh, of course.
Tiger videos came out today on social, and he's looking pretty good, hitting the stinger.
He's ready to bet.
Hitting the stinger, hitting the postage stamp hole. He's hitting it to a couple of feet. I understand, everything that goes around. I know it's going to be tough, but I just feel like the odds right now are like plus 220 that he makes the cut. I think that's a lock. He makes the cut.
You think he makes it? You think it's a lock?
There's not a lot of elevation. There's some hills, but you're not going. I just don't feel like you're going just crazy, way up mountains. I know there's a hole that has maybe a little bit of hard pan downhill that goes a long way. But like as far as elevation, you're not talking hundreds of feet. You're just talking, slight inclines and stuff like that.
Well, the problem I've got with that, the people that keep using that excuse now, I'm like, okay, I still think he can make it through 2 rounds fine. I don't think he's drained. So I don't think that the physical, I don't know, detriment of him kicks in till round 3 or 4 anyway.
Yeah.
So I think that's all. If he doesn't make it, it's just because his game's not on point. I don't think it's got anything to do with him being worn out or being tired or whatever. Because the cuts he's made that we've seen in the past, even this year, he doesn't have just his trash round to the 3rd round.
Yeah.
Or the 4th round. He's had trash rounds 4th round too. So, yeah, I'm with you. I think that the cut is a lock. There was at one point in time, and I don't think BetOnline had it. I think I saw it either on a Twitter poll or a Facebook poll or Instagram, but maybe an Instagram, where it was like, okay, so let's just assume he makes the cut. Where does he finish? Is he going to be inside the top 25? Is he going to be inside 25 to 50? Or is he going to be outside the top 50?
Yeah.
And I honestly am stupidly buying in, and I think he's 25 to 50.
The thing is, I don't really know how the conditions are. I feel like if it's drier and firmer, he could probably play a little bit. I think he could compete. If it's wet, like it looks like it's pretty soft right now. I've been watching some of the. It looks a little soft. If it's soft and long, the fatigue's probably going to kick in. But if he can hit stingers, there were some videos of him hitting some stingers off the tee. Off the tee on Twitter and different Instagram and things like that. So if he can hit stingers and those can run out and get out there, I don't know, man. I think not only can he make the cut, I don't think he can probably win, but I mean, you may be talking about possibly a top 25-ish.
So you're going better
finish.
than me. I'm saying 25 to 50. You say inside top 25.
I think it'll be inside top. I think maybe that. I think again, it all depends on the conditions. If it's mild weather and it's somehow a little bit firmer, I could see it. I could see where he could.
It's just so weird over there, though.
You just never know. It can
turn
on a
this
dime.
Past weekend, that's why I was telling you. I mean, on Thursday and Friday, they're all wearing short sleeves and sweating, and then they're all in jackets on Saturday.
Talking about the Scottish Open?
Scottish Open. And then it was kind of a combination of the both on Sunday.
Yeah, they got like mittens on. They go from like sweating to like having mittens on.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And he's admitted for years it's been an issue playing in cold weather for him. So
you got to imagine that cold weather, just all those surgeries and things like that, just makes it so hard to get loose.
But you got to think he's looked at the weather.
Yeah.
And that's why he's practicing all the stingers. He probably thinks at least the rain's not going to come. So
with as much metal that he has in his body, you would think by now it'd be like Bluetooth and it could heat up. Like he could regulate his body temperature.
Kyle's endorsing performance-enhancing metal, not drugs, but metal.
That's coming, by the way.
It is.
You think that's
it is.
You're gonna have to be able to Bluetooth stuff inside of you. So just get ready.
That's just asking for somebody to hack your.
That's true. Hack your arm.
Yes.
Hack your.
You seen that video of that guy?
No.
I'm not doing it on camera.
Yeah, don't do it on camera.
So I'm going between 20. I'm going outside the top 25, but I think he does make the cut. You're going inside top 25, which would have him making the cut.
Mine's conditional though. If it's
no, you can't do that.
Okay, well then if I have to pick, I'm going to say outside.
Okay.
If I have to pick, but I think if it could be mild conditions, a little bit firm, I think he could compete.
He's continuing to get stronger. They were talking about that during the Scottish Open because they showed a couple of shots. I told you at one point in time, I don't think it is anymore, but they got you talk about the postage stamp hole. They got the longest hole in golf, even though it's not really, but it's a par 4, plays like 600 yards. But he was getting there easily and two putt for par.
You got to rephrase that. It doesn't play 600 yards. It is 600 yards.
Yes.
But it probably plays way shorter.
Oh, it probably plays 450.
Yeah, because
the way the downslope catches it and slings it. Now, I don't know if wet conditions affect that or not. It's been so long since 16 when Henrik Stenson won with that 3. That's the thing is everybody keeps talking about how long it is. I'm like, Henrik Stenson won this thing in 2016 with a 3-wood. Like he never hit driver.
Yeah, and
So
that's a big 3-wood. Though.
No, it is. It's not. It's not everybody's 3-wood.
We're not. That's not just a slap 220, 230 3-wood.
No.
It's going a lot further.
But I mean, when you got guys like Rory and Oberg that are poking out at 340, 360, and he's still, 280, 300.
Yeah.
And it's still, and he still won it. So that's the last time that they've held it here. That's why it seems like when you're looking back and you're going, how come it seems like it's been so long since we've seen this course? You have. It's been 8 years. So it should be. I'm big on the Open Championship / British Open, and the reason being is because it's morning golf. So while I'm working, I'm not paying attention to work. And
how do you ever do the? Do you do the Thursday? Well, you're already up, so it's kind of a cheating
my
question.
wake-up call is like at 4.
So you get up anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So
depending on what time zone they're in, when they have started coverage at 3, yes, I've gone ahead and got up.
I've only done that a few times. I don't know. I think honestly, it'll depend on Bryson's tee time. I think Bryson right now is the only person I'd get up to watch. I really do.
Watch Tiger.
I don't think I don't have the interest anymore. I'm mainly in protest because he turned down the Ryder Cup at Bethpage.
You still pissed about that?
I'm not over it. Not yet. It'll be a while. You're already over it?
Yeah, I'm over it.
I'm not. I'm holding a grudge. I'm still
not over the fact they picked Keegan.
You know what? Let's go back to that. That was his home course in college.
Yeah.
You telling me that doesn't make sense? You'd rather have Freddie Crupples, ho hum, I'm your bro. Let's have vibes.
Yes.
That's dumb. You are a loser. You are a loser Ryder Cup captain.
I don't like the fact that he's already talking about he would love to be the first in history to be a player coach. I do not want him doing that.
What if he's playing really good?
Well, he's not right now.
What if he is though? What if he wins 3 times next year, and he makes it?
Then we've got you and I have a different conversation on the show if he does that.
Okay, it's over a year from now.
I know.
That's why you can't make picks right now. That's why you can't lock in picks.
You can't lock in picks, but you're locked in your captain, and I don't have to be happy about it.
Well, the thing you act like it makes no sense, and I didn't even realize.
I never said it made no sense.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You don't remember, Ben.
No, I don't remember.
You don't remember you may not remember the podcast at all, but he played. I didn't realize Keegan went to St. John's.
Yeah.
In New York.
Yeah, that was their course.
And he said that they played. I'm not very familiar with the history of Bethpage.
Well, geography in general.
But there's supposed to be like this inside loop or something like that, and then there's an outside piece, and they could go play the inside loop or something like that. Because he talked about how one time on his senior year they were like, "We're going all the way. We're going all the way," because you couldn't cross the road. Okay. And he was telling a story like we got out there and we got to, I think it's 15. That's when they had to quit, and he was like, they looked around. We crossed the road and we went and we got chewed out for finishing out the course. But yeah, that's his home course. It makes total sense. He knows that place like the back of his hand, except for maybe 16, 17, and 18, because he couldn't go across the road.
It's awesome. Closing holes.
Hey,
he
hopefully
has no idea what goes on.
Hopefully we don't even have to play him.
Well, that's positive power
because it's a great captain's pick and not Freddie Couples, who is the least alpha.
I say it had to be Freddie Couples. I'm just saying, I'm really. Maybe I'm not over Tiger not taking it.
You're not. I know you're not.
Maybe that's it.
We're not. We are not.
We're not. Okay.
But I'm okay with Keegan.
I got you.
I forgot what we were talking about.
The Open Championship.
How did it get to? You switch gears talking about Keegan.
Gears.
Regardless, you got the Open Championship this week. You had the tune-up Scottish Open. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but
no, it's just cool that McIntyre won.
It was really cool to see a Scottish guy win, and he won on hitting like a 40-foot slider that he had to make to win. I thought that was pretty cool.
I thought one of the neatest things was Sahith Theegala was up on the balcony and like started cheering before anybody when it was like halfway there.
He just knew
like he had his hands in the air. He was like, "That's going to win." I mean, guys that have sat there and they've played it the last 6 days with practice rounds and everything else. I mean, that's why he probably knew what that putt was doing. But yeah, that was one of the coolest parts. I wanted to ask you this: when it comes to Scottish Open, comes to Open Championship, British Open, because this is something that got talked about during the Scottish Open quite a bit from the commentators as well as other people.
Okay,
how much harder links golf is, and I was sitting there going, the winning score was right around 20 under. Where are they getting that fact from?
It's only weather. That's it.
I don't think it's the course.
No, the course. Look, here's the deal. The courses. I have a friend of mine, and I've talked about this for multiple years now. Friend of mine, scratch golfer, goes out and play. You go play St. Andrews, shoots 71 when there's no weather. Like they're like, this is easy.
Yeah.
You can spray it all over the place, and you can maneuver yourself. You can maneuver yourself around as long as you miss a few of the waste areas, the really high grass. I just don't think. I think the only thing that makes links hard is weather, because there's no trees to block it. There's no anything, and the weather can change on a dime. So and not only change, but the temperature can drop 20 degrees over the span of it. That doesn't really happen here.
No.
It doesn't really happen here.
Not during a round like it does there.
It's either going to, in the summer, like right now, across America, it's going to be hot and sunny or hot and rainy. Mm-hmm. Like you're not, or hot and windy. You're not going to drop all of a sudden and it's going to be, go from 90 degrees to 50 to 60 degrees. It just doesn't happen here.
Yeah.
So the only, and I'm sure we'll get flamed for this, but the only thing that makes links golf hard is just the weather. That's just it.
Well, no, because it started the week before. Davis Thompson won at 28 under, right?
Yeah.
And so a couple of Europeans chirped at him or chirped at the tour and was like, this is the thing is, American golf's becoming so easy, they need to play more links golf. And then they come out and they were on pace to shoot 25, 26 under during this tournament.
Yeah.
During this, but Saturday, you were talking, like you just said, weather played the factor. Saturday, 18, people are hitting 3 irons and 4 irons into 18, and just about everybody bogeyed it. It was Sunday, they're all hitting wedges and 8 irons and 9 irons into the green. There were birdies and a ton of pars, not a lot of bogeys, because they were able to get off the tee, get it down there near that wall that crosses over on 18, which is by far one of the coolest closing holes. I didn't realize that that wall was there at this particular venue at the Scottish Open, but it was very neat. And then, but just to see them playing on Saturday, and they're struggling for par, like everybody's bogeying.
Yeah.
And then they go out there and they're throwing darts on Sunday, and they didn't move the tees up or back. It just was
the
weather.
wind quit blowing.
It was, well, that's the thing. I told you, Saturday they're all wearing pullovers and jackets and mittens walking down and then they're all wearing short sleeves on Sunday.
Yeah, so it's just, I would love to go.
That's a good point. That's the best way to put it.
I would love to go do it. It's a bucket list. I'm not saying that I'm too good to go play in that, but the only thing that makes links golf hard is weather. That period. End of story. You can be playing in sunshine, and an hour later you have 30, 40 mile an hour gusts. You can have that with the sun out.
Yeah.
It's just the weather is unpredictable because it's up there and that cold current and all that. I'm not a climatologist or
geographist,
or
no.
any of that stuff, but I just know that the weather up there is unpredictable, and it's hard to have a game plan, and then the game plan can change within an hour.
Have you not played the Senator in Montgomery?
I have, yeah.
So that's the closest thing to links golf we're going to get around here.
Sure, but even I've played another one, Mossy Oak in West Point, Mississippi.
Yeah.
But even that, the whole surrounding is trees or buildings. So the middle may be a field. There's nothing over there. There's nothing that blocks anything over there. It's a flat piece of land with some hills.
Especially these two courses, last weekend Scottish Open, this one Open Championship, right on the water. I mean, the wind could kick up and be detrimental.
Yeah.
I mean, they gave Rory a plaque from a few years ago when he won this because he hit a 2-iron in order to win it on the Scottish Open.
Yeah.
They got him a plaque out there because he hit a 2. This is Rory McIlroy, who averages, I think they said 315 off the tee. His 2-iron, he can take about 280. He hit it 202 yards. That's how bad the wind was.
Yeah.
And he was still short of the pin at 202. I mean, the pin was 206, and he made birdie and he won the tournament. But yeah, I'm with you because I get it. There's a lot of pride for those that play those courses every day because that's where they grew up playing. But when they I take it to you like this. There was a guy back in college that when we played with him, he's from Oklahoma, and he said, "You guys don't know how to play in the wind over here." I was like, "The wind blows here, bro."
Yeah.
Like it may not be blowing today while
Now,
we play.
I will say but in Oklahoma, not a lot of trees.
No.
So I get it. I kind of understand what he's saying a little bit. But look, I'll say this. You have to be able to play more shots.
Yeah.
You do have to be able to play more shots, but if the temperature's not like crazy and the wind's not crazy, you can just bomb it and just completely dominate those courses.
I think that I would have a blast with my ball flight.
Oh my God!
On those
you
courses.
kidding me?
I think that I could take that AVX that hardly spins and just have a field
the wind.
day on
You
one
would
of
not
those.
even know it was other than the walk from your ball to your first shot to the next shot. That's the only time you're ever going to experience the wind because you're not going to hit it 20 feet off the ground and just hit bullets that roll forever.
I think I'd have a blast.
I think you'd be good at it. I really do.
Looking for a sponsor. Send Kyle and I over to play these venues.
I put Ben up against anyone on Links Golf. First time. Don't care. Nah, I'd love to do that. My 40th birthday's coming up soon.
Talk to the wife, see if she can flip the bill.
Might be a little trip we take.
It's not cheap. Let me just tell you that.
No, I know. I think I've heard like if you do it right, like and you plan it right and everything like that, it's like $5,000 minimum.
Yeah.
If you want to go all out.
Yeah.
And
that's with a discounted plane ticket.
Yeah, you're gonna pay a crap load of money, but
totally worth it.
Totally worth it. That's one of those things you may do once every decade.
Yeah.
Save up for it. But anyway, you got that going on, and we're going to talk a little bit more about some other things coming up. But we're going to kick it to myself, and Morgan Lee.
You can do that.
Morgan Lee, aka Mo. We're going to talk about some of the specials going on at Bunkers, and then we'll come back and wrap it up. So check them out, and then follow them on social and everything out. We're going to kick it to me and Mo. All right, we're back again with Morgan Lee, a.k.a. Mo, and we're ready to talk about the specials that are going on at Bunkers. There's some really nice boozy specials, some coming up tonight, and then we have some next week again. Hit it. Tell us what we got going on.
We're really excited. We're really excited about the one tonight. It's Christmas in July. Wine tasting. We have hand-picked wines and paired with very handcrafted specialty bites that pair with each wine really nicely. 6 wines, 6 bites.
Ladies,
it's going to be really good tonight.
Out.
Come on. It's Christmas in July. It's going to be so much fun, and we can't wait to see y'all. And then, because it's multiple boozy specials, a week from today, we have tequila tasting. So if wine's not your thing, tequila
could be your thing. Yeah.
Tequila could be your thing.
Tequila's probably your thing.
It probably is.
Yeah.
You know what? And all those songs that they sing about tequila, they're probably true. So
totally cool here.
You could come find out for yourself too, though. But we actually have some people coming in to actually go through the tequila tasting for us. So it's going to be
educational,
very professional. Yeah,
educational.
We have some very high-end elevated tequilas. So these are ones that you can drink straight.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like it's going to be fun.
That's scary. That's scary, but it sounds fun.
But gonna be boozy.
Yeah. Boozy specials.
Boozy specials. So July is really your month if you're interested in learning more about the booze.
Totally. Totally.
So I think that's fun. And then next Friday,
yes,
we are actually going to make an appearance at Charming Oaks for Cheers on the Corner.
Oh yeah. So that's when they close down downtown Auburn.
Yep. And so
it's like an entertainment district.
Exactly.
So you guys are going to have a booth
on the main road.
Nice. So Bunkers is going to have their own booth
in Charming
Oaks.
Yeah,
okay.
So inside of Charming Oaks, we're gonna set up like a whole thing. We might even have putt-putt, so you'll have to come check it out. We might even do a competition for putt-putt.
Oh, I'm in.
So, I mean, your girls can shop, the bros can play, or the girls can play, and the bros can shop. You never know. You can do a
little bit of it all. And then the thing I'm most excited about is the new brunch menu.
Oh yeah, that's going on right now. We have a brand new brunch menu out, and we're really excited about it. You actually got to try our brand new mochattini.
Yes.
Can we hear a little bit about your thoughts?
So mochattini, mega chocolatey, which I love.
Love.
And
have to.
graham cracker rim.
Graham cracker and what? Hershey syrup?
It's Hershey syrup, graham cracker rim. And then the Bloody Mary was anytime I can have some meat hanging out of the top of the drink.
Bacon, anything.
Bacon, everything.
Bacon, everything.
Yeah.
If it has bacon, it's a yes.
I'm in.
And
Count me
what's
in.
even better, too, is for all of our people who love tequila, it can be done with tequila.
Yes.
And I heard it's called a Bloody Maria with tequila.
That makes sense.
I didn't know.
That makes sense.
But I do now.
So you can, if you come to the tequila tasting next week, you may decide you'll want tequila in your Bloody Marias from now on.
Right. You might decide that's your new thing. And if that's not your new thing, we do have a whole new brunch cocktail menu and new brunch specials menu.
Yep, you got to come check it out. They got them out. They're on every table.
They're incredible.
A couple of new food menu items as well as the drink stuff. So brunch is happening on the weekends.
Yeah, we're working on our tailgating menu too because we're close. We're like almost in a.
You can almost see the
a month away.
Yeah, and also like when you talked about close, you can almost see the stadium for here. Like Bunkers could be your tailgate spot. It's going to be hot as you know what. When kickoff comes along, why not rent out a spot here, watch the big screen, tailgate, be weighted on hand and foot,
right? Not
sweat and almost die of a heat stroke, and then just walk across the street a couple of blocks and you're at the stadium.
Exactly, and on those rainy game days.
Oh.
Like, come on. Plus, everyone's already trying to watch TV while they're out at the tailgate.
Exactly.
You do have a big screen right here, and you
can
just start here. Start your tailgating here. Start it early. Start it with great food.
End it here.
End it here. Start it and end it here. Stay here. Do whatever you want. We got food. We got drinks. We got a lot of good tailgating food, and
the food.
More about.
Yeah, the food that we ate tonight. We had a Kaneka dog, which is Kaneka sausage.
We're getting a lot of thumbs up from that one.
And it's fantastic with tots, which tots.
Yes, had to.
You have to. Tots just hit right when you're not expecting it. Tots slap.
Right, they do because you're like. Sometimes you just need a different.
You need a different.
Fries.
Fries are great. I love French fries.
They get a little old.
But they do get old. Sometimes you throw a little change up, throw a tot in there, and it changes the game.
And then when you throw steak on top of fries.
Oh, and then we got the poutine fries, which are, if you want to go back to the switch back over to the fries, and then throw meat and cheese curds and sauce and gravy on top.
I mean, that's what you want at a tailgate.
It would not be the Dad Bod Golf Pod if it wasn't for those things: French fries, gravy, and
Bloody
cheese
Marys.
sauce. And then Bloody Mary. And bacon.
And all the things. But you're going to have to come try out the new brunch menu. And let us know which one's your favorite.
Absolutely. Let us know in the comments. Let us know on socials, whatever. Doesn't matter. This place is the bomb. The food's amazing. The drinks are amazing. The service is amazing. And the atmosphere is incredible.
And you guys are incredible.
Yeah. And
so,
that went without.
Come on Monday nights.
Come on Monday.
To come watch us.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe even get featured.
Who knows? We will take you off the street and put you on the camera.
If you would like to. Yeah, exactly.
So.
And last thing, but we'll see you at Cheers on the Corner. And at all the boozy tastings, of course.
All the boozy tastings. Be sure to be here tonight for wine, Christmas in July, tomorrow next Wednesday for the tequila tasting. There's all kinds of stuff going on. Follow Bunkers on socials. You'll keep Mo will keep you caught up with that, and then we're going to get back to talking about a little bit of golf, and we'll catch you next time. So we're going to kick it back to me and Ben right after this.
Bye.
All right, we're back. That was myself. That was myself and Morgan Lee, aka Mo, talking about a lot of the bunker specials going on. Hopefully, y'all check those out over the next couple of weeks.
Hey, big shout out too, by the way. Y'all mentioned Cheers on the Corner.
Yeah.
Since in my real job, that's my client. I want to give them a little more love.
Yeah. It's going to be awesome.
You guys come downtown Auburn, and it's pretty cool because
I'm actually going to have a booth there with my real job.
Really?
My real job, yeah. We're going to be out there, so it's going to be fun.
Can you partake in booze?
I don't know. We'll see. See how it plays out.
It is an entertainment district, so you can literally walk through the streets with an open container and not get arrested.
It's really cool.
So I would suggest
very hot.
Plus, you can hang out at Bunkers. If you buy a ticket, tickets go fast, so you could go to cheersonthecorner.com and get your ticket. However, tickets do go fast, but you don't have to have a ticket. It's open to everybody. It is, I would say don't bring the kids, but it is, they're not going to make you take the kid home if you don't. But the kid can't go in the bars.
Man, there's a lot. No, but they do a lot of fun kid stuff. Like, they'll have a lot of kid vendors.
They do. They just got other events that are like called kid friendly. But
yeah,
this, since it is a boozing type deal, But you'll have a blast, and if you do buy a ticket, you get like commemorative glass and tickets to go and check out the small bites that they have at different places, as well as drinks that they have. Otherwise, you can hang out at bunkers and just have a good time and party. And then if you decide, hey, I want to walk up the street and see Kyle, who's working a real job, say hey to him, you can do that too. And we actually, that's funny, you'll be down, you know where you're going to be? We're going to be down by Hamilton's.
I don't know yet.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Come see.
Well, you come see me. Come see me. All right, so this weekend, I kind of hinted at it. It's like a big tournament that I play in every year. I say big tournament. I mean, it ain't like it's a USGA sanctioned event. There's these big Calcutta events kind of down south in the southern part of the state. And it's some folks I grew up with. I played in one of their tournaments earlier in the year. Ben, I'm a little bit concerned. There's something I'm concerned about. I'm a little bit worried that we played too good in the last tournament. And there's a lot of carryover.
In the last tournament.
A lot of folks
last year.
No, last tournament.
How'd y'all do last year in this one?
I don't remember. Probably not good. If it's not memorable,
I was going to say, if you're not remembering bringing home any money, you didn't play very well.
But I'm a little bit concerned we could get penalized.
How? How do they flight you?
It's the same. It's pre-flighted. You send in a handicap, which my handicap's accurate. I'm very particular about keeping my handicap. My handicap is always.
He's way better than me.
I don't fluff anything. If anything,
mine's not the fluffing. Mine is I'd let the card sit in my desk drawer.
Yeah.
And then put like 6 scores in at one time and get that flag that tells me you should really do this the day of. And I'm like, I understand that. But
yeah. So I'm a little bit concerned. It's typically the same group. They could stick it. I'm afraid they might stick it to me. Here's the big thing. If you're in that, if the higher the flight, the bigger the chance that you play in the afternoon group on Sunday, which sucks so bad because you play the afternoon. It's the blazing hot part of the day, and then you have to drive home 2.5 hours, and it's just late, and you don't get home till later. And I'm a little bit concerned.
So I'm not going to go hole by hole, but I would like you to tell me some of your favorite holes.
On this course?
On this course.
Okay.
And the one reason being is because, number one, because I've seen it at various tournaments. Do they let you play up far enough where number 2 is drivable?
No, I mean, I don't know that there's that probably could be a fun. All right, so this is Andalusia Country Club.
Yep.
So if you've listened to this, you're familiar. Number 2 is it's just a straight downhill par 4, and I'm talking about way downhill. If you can hit it, if you can fly at 300. If you can fly at 300 yards from the regular tees, you got a chance to kick it up onto the green. But if they played it down at the red tees, and it would probably play about 260, that'd be a fun, like, one day put it down there. But no, they don't ever do that. We play it from up top. So it's typically you hit it and everybody's hitting it from the same spot because it just rolls all the way down to the bottom, and then everybody's kind of hitting from the bottom.
You hitting a draw or fade right now?
Big draw.
Okay, so on 7, par 5, next to the road.
Yeah.
Easily there in 2,
should
be?
Yeah, I mean, it's 480.
And that's going out and hitting the center of the fairway and then going over. I mean, it's probably
If you cut the corner,
probably 400.
If you cut the corner and hit a big draw, no, not that short. But I mean, 450. If you just go in a straight line, it's probably 450. So yeah, you can hit a driver. I've hit as little as pitching wedge into that hole before, but probably driver 7 or 8 iron.
How's that going to affect you on 18 hitting that draw?
Shit, 18's tough. Yeah,
18. When we say dog leg right it's
angle.
A 90-degree angle.
Yeah, they have a couple of really weird holes. I say weird, they're just different, fun holes. But 18 is one you have to hit a massive cut. To be able to get anywhere down the fairway. So I've already been practicing. It's basically going to be a 3-wood that is faces wide open, and I'm just slapping it.
Wow.
Slapping it, and it's going to go probably high and banana over there, but like you have to hit something like that. I've thought about hitting it with a hybrid, but I really struggle. It typically just goes straight. It's hard for me to get it to bend right with a hybrid. I can kind of manipulate the 3-wood a little bit, but those are all. Hey, trust me. Sunday, I basically go ahead. I've already started. Like when I go to the range. If I do go to the range, I'm like playing holes in my head. So
yes.
So there's a couple of tee shots you just gotta be good. You got to be good hitting, and you get a mega This is a drawer's course.
Yes, it is.
It's a drawer's course. So if you can hit a draw, you can dominate this course, except for 2 holes where you have to hit a cut. Really, one of them, 15, you don't necessarily have to hit a cut, but 18.
I grew up on this course.
Yeah, Ben's from.
And I've never been a drawer of the ball. So that's why I asked him how tough these play, and that's why I asked him why he was drawing it right now or fading it, because every now and then Kyle off the tee will mix it up a little bit. So
right now, I can put it on the right side of the fairway and swing hard, and it's drawn.
Okay.
That when I play my best golf, that's what I'm playing. I put it on the tree line on the right or on the right side of the fairway, and I just swing hard, and she just comes right on back. Now, every once in a while, you'll throw one straight, but there's nothing starting straight and going right now. Everything's a draw.
Which will help him on 11.
Every hole, basically.
Yeah, every hole. I mean, 11's a big draw hole. It is always tough because I literally started it out in the trees and let it come back.
Yeah, and the fairway slopes right to left too. So if you get it going, it'll go forever.
But the other one, the sneaky one that nobody ever thinks about, because when you look at the card, it is not very long at all, but it's blind tee shot, number 3. Par 3.
Oh God, that's another one. It's a
you
par.
Can't see the hole. You need to look when you're on the tee box at 2
so
to see where the pin is.
As far downhill as number 2 is, it's the exact opposite coming back up the hill, but it's a par 3 that says 150 on the card, but it probably plays 170. It's so far straight up the hill.
And you cannot be short or it will come back down.
Yeah, and you can't be long because then there's no way to stop it on the green. It's a tricky hole. There's some fun holes, there's some tricky holes, but it's basically my family, our Super Bowl every year. It's a 4-ball, big Calcutta that Saturday, and I'm looking forward to it. We always you tee off early, so you get to get up and you got the open on.
Yeah.
And you can check it out. So I'm a little bit concerned. I got high hopes that they're going to do the right thing.
The thing is, do the right thing. I always like the opening hole, number 1. I've always been a slicer of the ball. It runs almost parallel to 4. So my deal was I tried to hit as far as I possibly could to get it in 4 fairway, and then I usually have
hit it back across.
Yes, like everybody's always like, "How do you play number 1? Do you tee off with an iron and try to draw it around, or a 3-wood?" I'm
no,
like,
just hit it straight through.
I literally try to hit it as hard as I possibly can and put it in number 4 fairway, which is beautiful and flat. So you got a great shot at the green from there.
Yeah. Or you could hit it up to 4 tee box, and then you got a pretty little second shot. I've played that before a lot of times. But no, what do you got going on? When's your next big golf
somebody's using my putter, so I'm without that for a bit.
I don't know. I may not. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if I want to.
I told you I'm done for like a month because I played 3 times in 1 week.
Yeah, you're done for a while.
My wife is not. If she's watching the end of this right now, she's sitting there going, I hope he gives me a date right now that he plans on
I wish he would. I wish he would ask Blake. I'll say, so I'm safe. I'm safe.
So
okay, good. Well, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna try the putter out.
I'm gonna be here this weekend. Now I'm not like Kyle. I'm worse than Kyle. I've got like 15 putters upstairs. So if I decide to go play, I even told him I did not know that tournament was this weekend. And when he said he wanted to borrow the putter for the weekend, I said, well, if you decide to invite me to play, I'm going to pull one of my old ones out and I'm going to beat your rear end with an old putter while you're using my gamer. But then that's when he told me that he was going to be headed south. So
yeah. So anyway, guys, I really appreciate it. Y'all check out the Open this weekend, and we'll recap it. There should be some fun storylines.
Recap Tigers win.
Recap Tigers his win.
Oh, who do you have winning?
I'm going to go.
Bryson or Scotty?
I'm going Bryson.
I'll go Scotty then.
All right.
One of us will be right.
Yeah, I feel like you flip a coin. I feel like either one of us could be right.
You looked at the Tiger odds. I'd be curious what they're. I mean, they got to be the top 2 picks.
I would imagine both of them are inside plus 500. I think they're probably both less than plus 500. I don't know that for a fact. I could be way wrong, but I think I'm probably right.
Oberg finished second in the Masters behind Scotty. He was leading the entire tournament last week, so everybody was really leaning into him this week. But then he just laid an egg on Sunday. So
he's playing hot, though. He's playing hot, though. It could happen.
He is, but even on that link-style course, he wouldn't hit anything low. Everything he hit was high.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. It could be the fact that the weather might be all right, and you don't have to hit it. You don't have to hit those low shots. So we'll see what happens. Guys, really appreciate it. Y'all have a great week. Come check out Bunkers, and we'll be back again next week. It's another episode of the Dad Bod Golf Pod. We're always stroking.